Who is it?
That Monster Magnet, that's the music instead of those lullabies you play in the opening all the time.
I know.
Silly.
We're soulful,
Monster
guys.
Magnet.
Speaking of soulful, Eric Francis.
Eric Francis, listen to this, folks. Listen. You going to play it? Or I'll tell you. You going to play it?
I don't think we
have. No, never mind.
No, you tell it.
Eric Francis questioned me. He questioned me when I said about Ferentz shouldn't talk out of turn about his. He questioned me. Now, and Mike Milbury took exception. I took exception. Now, let's get this straight. Mike Milbury coached 7 years, coached the year in the American Hockey League. I played 12 years, by the way. I played 16 years, coached the year in the American Hockey League, and coached the year in the National Hockey League. We make an opinion, and Eric Francis, that's our credibility. Eric Francis' credibility is what?
Well, that's a good point, but it's not fair because they're in the club. It's like the time I was arguing with Colin Campbell in 2004. Remember, he said, Ron, you don't like it, but here's the committee that likes it. And he listed about 700 Hall of Famers.
Doesn't matter, Hall of Famers. We are in hockey. We know what's going on.
And you're so...
And I am totally right. We know for a fact, Mike knows for a fact, comes from Boston, that they are upset with him, and it's a stupid thing. Ferentz shouldn't have done it. The kid's losing $23,000, suspended 4 years. He doesn't need somebody. And Eric Francis has no credibility talking like that. The only reason he did it is to make himself a hero to all the media. That's why Ferentz did it. Oh, yes, it's refreshing. Yeah. It's very refreshing. Yeah, to knife your own player. All right, let's go. Steve Mason.
Got me there.
Hey, you better believe I got you, and I know what's going on. Steve Mason, here he is from Oakville, Ontario. Get it, Ontario, where he comes from, where the rich people live.
Yes, his grandmom, Peg, lives with, not with my dad, but in the same condo.
The building you own, yes. Yes, the rich people, way to go.
He makes enough money to qualify to be a good friend, and you do, Peg, too. Congrats, Steve.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Edmonton losing it, but that was a big game for Columbus. Yeah. They have to win that game. But Edmonton, it's petty said, but they had to win. Scott O'Neill from Kingston, Ontario is the coach. Anyhow, let's go. What's next?
Phil Kessel.
All right, now look, hold on, let me say. I feel sorry for this kid, eh? I really do. I know everybody's on him, the first-round draft choices, and the whole. He didn't ask to come here. He didn't ask to get the money. And everybody's on him like this. And now they leave him in the stupid thing that Brendan Shanahan did and everything, leaving him on that. And now, I'll tell you what's happened, folks, before you show it. He's lost all confidence. When he used to win before, they were ping, just like a rifle. And what he does now when he shoots, he just hesitates enough to shut it. Now, look at him now. This is when he was really pumping him in. Watch this. Look at that snap. You see the snap? Now, we're going to show. Now, watch the one tonight. It's just a shot on net. It's just to get a shot on net. Watch. It's just a push. See what I mean? He's lost all confidence. What he needs is a couple of fluky goals go in. If he could just get a couple of fluky goals to get back on that roll again, he's lost all confidence. All he needs is, like I say, one go off his behind, and he'd be okay.
Two things about the Islander-Ottawa game. The guy you drafted was terrific.
Robbie Shrimp. And Robbie Shrimp, when I had him there, he's one of those kids that have to play with joy. It has to be like a joy. He has to have it. And I hate to say it was driven out of him in Edmonton and everything he had to leave. He is one of the most talented guys in the league, and he's going to turn into a semi-superstar, not a superstar. You got the goals?
No,
it doesn't matter. Anyhow, I'm glad to see him get in. But I want to talk, as I end, I want to talk about my type of guy, Zach Smith. Watch him get a whack to the face. Watch he goes down and he gets up. Folks, you've never had stitches in your lip. Mike and I were talking about it. I've had them all over my body, and I'm going to tell you the worst places to have them is in your lip. It is so tender. Just touch your lips, folks. Can you imagine getting stitches in them? And there he is on the bench, back again. I'll tell you why. He could play for my team anytime. Zach Smith, I love him.
When we come back, we didn't get Ryan Smith again.
Oh, Ryan Smith.
We don't have time. We'll show Ryan during the game. Yeah, here, we'll show you Ryan in the dressing room. How's that? We'll show him in his underwear.
Sorry, Ryan. I'll get you next week, okay? Watch next week. I know you watch in L.A. I'll get you next week, okay?
We had to keep her shorts. I mean, short.